It was just yesterday that WBOC told you that beach replenishment will not be on the way for Bethany Beach and South Bethany. It's in this year's work plan. Now, this is despite expectations by many in the area that replenishment would happen. Now, our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Koslov had that story for us last night. He joins us now live in Bethany Beach for the latest. And Evan, today you looked into why the decision was made and what people, locals in the community, had to say about it.
Yeah, we were really the bearer of bad news today. That's because a lot of folks were really hoping for that replenishment money to try to deal with some of the damage, which you might be able to see over my right shoulder here in Bethany Beach. And with multiple storm seasons still to come before that funding is expected to come, they say property and infrastructure could be at risk.
We couldn't believe it. We were astonished.
Frank Vigna first heard the announcement last night on the WBOC News. His community of Bethany Beach will not be getting replenishment in this year's work plan, something he says is troubling.
The homeowners decided to be here, but the tourist industry is going to be devastated if they don't do something about the dunes.
And around town, this opinion is a common one. John Burbage from the Bethany Beach Ocean Suites Hotel tells us he's already reached out to the Army Corps of Engineers looking for a solution. Meanwhile, Paige Steen from Steen's Umbrella Service echoed that thought, saying a 20-mile-per-hour wind from the east is all it takes now to, quote, push waves and ocean water back to the boardwalk, flooding the beach. So WBOC reached out to the Washington, D.C. headquarters for the Army Corps of Engineers to find out why the decision was made. They could not provide specifics, but in a statement, Gene Pollock told us, quote, a lot of the time it comes down to funding and prioritization. Meanwhile, in South Bethany, Councilman Frank Weisgerber says he worries about the future, with more than a year and a half expected before any dune fixes would get done.
Traditionally, we get a northeast storm. If we're lucky, we only get one. This year we had two of them, and you can see the effect. The first one protected us, the second one hit, and the dunes were breached to the point now where we're concerned about next fall if a northeast storm comes through again.
So for now, communities hold their breath as they look for help from the federal government. Now, I'm told by Denrick officials that Rehoboth and Dewey Beach do already have funding for their projects, but they're holding off to see if Bethany would get their funding so they can try to group them together. Now, after this most recent announcement, it would seem that they're all set and ready to go in Rehoboth Beach. Reporting here in Sussex County, this is Evan Kozloff for WBOC News in Bethany Beach.
Evan, thank you very much. Now, we did reach out to both U.S. senators from Delaware to get their reaction to the decision. The delegation released a statement that said in part, quote, the delegation continues to look for any means possible to ensure our engineered dunes and beaches are restored as quickly and completely as possible. The congressman also said they must examine all measures they can in taking to ensure disaster preparedness, hazard mitigation, and steps to ensure coastal resilience in Delaware.